Domestic violence refers to abusive behavior in a relationship where one partner seeks to control and dominate the other through physical, emotional, psychological, sexual, or financial means. It can occur between partners or ex-partners, regardless of gender or sexual orientation. Domestic violence often involves a pattern of controlling and coercive behavior, and it can have serious and long-lasting effects on the victim's physical and mental well-being. Intrinsic motivations are known as the motivations that come from within a person and push him toward practicing violence. These motivations can be summarized as difficulty controlling anger, low self-esteem, feelings of inferiority, personality disorders, and alcohol and drug abuse. They can also be divided into two types as follows. The first type, motivations that they appear due to external factors that a person has experienced since his childhood and may have accompanied him throughout his life, such as neglect or exposure to abuse, so he resorts to violence within the family. These motives may also appear due to a person witnessing family violence in his childhood and his belief over time that violence is a means to control family matters. The second type, motives that have appeared within a person since his formation as a result of hereditary factors or as a result of illegitimate actions committed by parents that affected the child's behavior. Domestic violence is a phenomenon that spreads throughout all classes of society, regardless of economic level, gender, or age. Therefore, the class of victims of violence includes all abused men, women, children, and the elderly, especially since the group most exposed to domestic violence is women. It also appears that violence is usually intentional behavior, but sometimes it is practiced unintentionally and is often the result of individuals' inability to adapt to their families. Most cases of domestic violence go through a recurring cycle within 3 stages, which are as follows. The tension stage. This is the stage in which family relations begin to become tense, and in this stage the victim tries to avoid provoking the aggressor. The stage lasts from a few hours to several months, and the longer the period, the greater the reasons for the occurrence. An inevitable situation of violence. The stage of violence. This is the stage in which the perpetrator assaults the victim, either through physical assault, such as beating, sexual assault, or psychological abuse, such as depriving the victim of leaving the house. The honeymoon stage. This is the stage in which the aggressor begins to apologize and offer gifts to the victim as a request for forgiveness, makes promises not to repeat the abuse in order to continue the relationship. Then a new state of tension begins, starting with a new cycle of violence, and so on. It is worth noting that not all cases of violence go through this stage. Domestic violence refers to abusive behavior in a relationship where one partner seeks to control and dominate the other through physical, emotional, psychological, sexual, or financial means. It can occur between partners or ex-partners, regardless of gender or sexual orientation. Domestic violence often involves a pattern of controlling and coercive behavior, and it can have serious and long-lasting effects on the victim's physical and mental well-being.